I want to give you a quick review of 8x8 VoIP, and the question is it really worth it this year? I mean, if you're thinking about getting a VoIP service, you got a lot of players. You have Nextiva, you have 8x8, you have others, you have Zoom, you have. So the big question is, should you actually spend your money on an 8x8 subscription this year? Let me first give you an overview here. So if you think about 8x8, I want you to think about a service that has been around for a while. So that's the cool thing. So when you think about getting a VoIP service, you got to really ask yourself, how long has this company been operating? And the cool thing is that 8x8 was actually founded in 1987. So that's pretty good. I mean, this tells you a proven track record because they've been around like nearly 40 years. That's really good. Okay. And so the company actually was started in 1987, and it was actually known until 1996 as Integrated Information Technology. So IIT, not IIT, Integrated Information Technology before they changed the name in 1996. Okay, and so and for the last 30 to 40 years, nearly, 8x8 actually provides has been providing a variety of cloud-based services to millions of users around the world. So they're not just strong in the States, they're strong globally too, okay? So if you think about 8x8, you have features such as domestic and international calling. You have SMS, MMS. So you have a variety of services. You have audio and video conferencing. You have business chat. You have breakout rooms. You have internet fax. Okay, so they're kind of competing against the same like they're competing against the likes of WebEx, Zoom, Google Voice, and so on and so forth. So if you think about 8x8, advantages include unlimited calling to at least 14 countries. You have shortcut to quickly initiating calls. You have video and audio conferencing for up to 500 active participants. You have access to dozens of popular integrations, chat rooms, and messaging for easy collaboration. And you have private and public streaming of meetings through YouTube. So that's pretty good. On the flip side, you have some disadvantages because you might have a moderate learning curve in setting up the account before 8x8, the work app is actually usable. And pricing and setup favor enterprise level companies instead of small businesses. So this is something to really keep in mind. But overall, in terms of pricing, I'll speak about pricing later on, but I want you to really budget at least 25 to 30 bucks per user per month, billed annually. So if you think about 8x8, what's the setup should you really envision this year? One thing you need to understand here is that the 8x8 service combines voice, video, and chat tools with a cloud-based PBS system to actually create a comprehensive all-in-one space for managing customer communication and cross-company collaboration. So what you have here is that you have an all-in-one, a holistic approach to voice over IP. And it's not just about audio, but it's also video. It's also collaboration tools, okay? So through its admin tools and apps, 8x8 can allow your business to develop rather complex systems for internal and external communication. So not only do they take care of you internally, they take care of you externally too. So once you log in, you can access all applications from a single dashboard, including the 8x8 work and meetings apps. Now, you will need to set up an extension before you can begin using the 8x8 work app. Okay, so just be aware of that. And this is not necessary for starting meetings, however. So the question is, should you actually invest resources, money, and everything else in 8x8? In other words, is 8x8 right for you? So the question is that 8x8 is best for unlimited domestic and international calling. It's actually great for making calls quickly. It's wonderful for video conferencing for up to 500 participants. So that's kind of cool because if your company needs to engage hundreds of people simultaneously, you can do so without upgrading to a new plan. And 8x8 is also great for you if you need chat rooms and messaging capabilities. In other words, you're able to engage whole departments or a single employee through custom in-app chat tools without moving to a different platforms to a different platform. And this app is great also for public and private streaming on YouTube. Okay, and I do not recommend 8x8 for your company if you are new to PBX or VoIP in general, voice over IP, and for also very small teams. So this is something to really think about. But one thing that sets 8x8 apart is that they were the first one to actually come up with extensions. Okay, so that's kind of cool. Extension in terms of internal calls, but also external calls. So what are the features here? If you think about 8x8, what features should you pay attention to? First of all, you need to understand that 8x8 actually has several features, especially when it comes to, I think I said this before, internal communication, but also external communications, okay? But so in terms of ease of use, before using apps, 8x8 requires establishing extensions. So if you do this or need help identifying the steps necessary to make this happen, there could be a delay in getting started with making or receiving calls, okay? So this is why I was just telling you a little earlier that they had a minor learning curve at the beginning, okay? So, but overall, if you're able to get set up real fast, everything else actually flows naturally, okay? The calling, SMS, chat, and video meeting buttons actually are pretty visible, okay, and pretty accessible. And 8x8 also offers a highlight to dial feature that lets you highlight numbers you come across online and promptly initiate a call. So this is kind of cool in terms of flexibility. In terms of hardware, the 8x8 platform provides a VoIP-capable hardware, including desk, cordless, and conference phones. It also provides VoIP adapters and headsets. And you can purchase also equipment with a one-time payment or join a 8x8's financing program. Okay, the hardware is covered by a 1-year warranty with contracts between 24 and 60 months. You need to contact 8x8's sales team to get a quote. That's for the hardware part. What about the software? Well, the software is accessible after logging into the website, after which you get directed to the application panel. There, you can go to any app included in your plan, including 8x8's work app, and this app functions as the all-in-one communication hub, letting you place or receive calls, send messages, or start video meetings too. So that's kind of cool. The software may be from the application panel, okay, on the 8x8 website, or you can download the mobile and desktop versions of the 8x8 work. So this is kind of cool. Let's talk quickly about call quality. I'm still talking about the features here, okay? And one thing you need to really understand here is that basically the call quality is excellent through 8x8. So you are able to make and receive calls quickly, and the audio will be clear. This is what our team found during testing. So chances are you will have the same thing. There would be no fuzziness. Okay, though if you have devices that are near each other, you may experience echoes. Video meeting tools also will have good audio quality and high definition images. So that's for call quality. What about uptime? So basically, through the 8x8 platform, you have a 99.999% uptime. Okay, so that's really good. So let's say if, God forbid, you had to suffer an internet outage or power failure, you can actually plug your laptops into home networks and continue customer engagement as needed. So that's kind of cool. In terms of security is pretty top notch too through 8x8. So you really love the security level that you would get through 8x8. Okay, and the company is also HIPAA compliant, offering business associate agreements for covered entities and business associates too. So that's kind of cool. In terms of third-party integrations, you have about 45 to 50 applications within the 8x8 that are integrated into the app. So you have integrations such as Salesforce, Microsoft Teams, Google Workspace, Slack, HubSpot, Bullhorn, Zoho. So this is really good, and also it is totally possible to access even more. I would say more applications. You can access a wide range of applications, beginning with the X2 tier, and without needing to upgrade. You can also sort apps by type with 8x8, making locating particular integrations very easy. So let's talk about cost. I spoke to you a little earlier about the pricing, but now I want to really go a little deeper. Okay. So as you can see on the website here, as you can see on the screen, basically 8x8 wants you to contact their customer service. Okay. They want you to really they want to have more info about you and before giving you a price. Now we did do the research for you, and we actually call them up. We called them up, and we found a pricing range that's kind of interesting. So you have the X2 and the X4 sort of pricing tier. So on the X2 pricing tier, you are paying about $24 to $30 per user per month, billed annually. On the X4, it goes to $44. And so if you want to go with a month-to-month billing process, the price becomes $28 and $57 per user per month if you are on the X4. Okay, so you basically, what I'm trying to say is that you have the possibility to get annual billing or monthly billing. It really depends on you. And on either plan, you have unlimited domestic calling, unlimited domestic texting, international calling. You have video conferencing, okay, and you have a call monitoring. You have call monitoring on X4, but not on X2. And but there are no toll-free numbers, okay, and neither is there a voicemail to email, for instance. So the X2 plan by 8x8 is actually a comprehensive offering for businesses focused on calling, SMS, video, and chat solutions. Okay, so the 8x8 Work app is included, as are several phone system management tools such as hot desking, multi-level auto attendant, call handling, call queues, and voicemail transcription. So you also immediately gain access to dozens of popular integrations, including Salesforce, Zendesk, and NetSuite. So that's kind of cool. What about the X4? The X4 plan has all the features of X2, but steps up the focus on call handling and analytics. For instance, this plan includes 8x8 front desk for receptionists and operators, allowing supervisors to listen in on calls and whisper or barge when necessary. So though X2 introduces call activity analytics, X4 also includes supervisor analytics. So this is really cool. And customer service is actually great, very fantastic. You'll get all the best service that you can really get. And also the VoIP speed test was a pretty strong when we tested it too. So that's really good, especially from a flexibility point of view. You will enjoy it if you can really benefit from pretty wonderful speed. I want to talk to you about the alternatives here. If you think about 8x8, what are the substitutes you can think about this year? Well, you have a lot, by the way. But I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about Ring Central, Vonage, and Grasshopper, among others. Okay, you can see that. So if you talk about 8x8 versus Ring Central, so basically, when it comes to cost and available features, 8x8 X2 plan resembles Ring Central's advanced plan. Ring Central's interface is really intuitive, and its software also makes it ideal. Okay, an ideal all-in-one communication and collaboration hub. So, so that's kind of cool. And so RingCentral's international call rates vary and are not included in its service plans, okay? Even though 8x8 is available in 14 countries worldwide. This is really good. So RingCentral actually could be an ideal point for understanding cloud-based communication for a smaller company, while 8x8 is the next step for a mid-size to enterprise level business, okay? Next, you also have 8x8 versus Vonage. So basically, it's important to understand that 8x8 is better suited for larger companies, whereas Vonage is actually a pretty good, pretty solid for a smaller professional team. Okay, so sorry about that. So basically, what I'm trying to say here is that if you were to compare 8x8 versus RingCentral, everything depends on your size, so the size of the company. What about 8x8 versus Grasshopper? So basically, if you were to think about one thing you need to understand here is that Grasshopper's desktop and mobile apps are more basic, more simplistic than 8x8's, and Grasshopper lacks integrations and video meeting tools. Its starting price is also slightly higher than 8x8. However, if you have a small team, Grasshopper it could be an ideal platform for getting users to operating a professional phone system. So this is really cool from a flexibility point of view. So what's the verdict here? If you think about 8x8, you need to understand that 8x8 provides lots of modules, lots of functionalities, okay? So overall, 8x8 actually remains an excellent cloud communication and PBX service provider, PBX, okay? Especially if your brand is well-versed in VoIP software operating at the enterprise level, okay? Having said that, if you are an individual, like let's say a solopreneur, a freelancer, or you are a small team, small business team, you might find it overwhelming, especially if your company is very new to cloud communication. So basically, at its current level, 8x8 is not the best fit for small businesses. So one thing you need to understand also is that you know the company like 8x8 does provide a comprehensive list of features that could be really interesting to small businesses. I'm speaking about a range of phone, chat and video solutions. Okay, I'm talking about unlimited domestic and international calling plans to really keep in mind. So this is really good, and it tells you how quickly you could really scale your internal communication through a voice over IP. Okay, and you need to understand that the service actually the phone service is great through 8x8. Okay, the video and audio components are of high quality. So this is really good. And also, if you have to think about the 8x8 phone system, you can just rely on the company to provide you the phone. You don't have the phones. You don't have to buy them. You don't have to buy them at all. Okay, so that's kind of cool. And the company can also be trusted because again they've been around since they've been around for 40 years now, so you can trust them. They work with all the biggies in this country, including the Army Department. So this is really good from a flexibility point of view, but also validation point of view. So as a coda in today's conversation, I spoke to you about 8x8. This was a review. I gave you the overview, the setup, the features, the costs, the alternatives, and the verdict. Thank you so much. God bless you. I'll see you next time. Until then, remember, say marvelous.